Who were you the first match for? I know you were first match for a lot of guys there.
I was a debut. Let's see if I can remember here. Ah, I was the debut match for King Kong Bundy. I was the debut match for Hercules Hernandez. I was the debut match for Big Bully Busick. I was the debut match for Demolition twice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Once with
Twice.
Randy and once with Barry. Got it.
Yeah, twice. And I was the debut match for The Undertaker.
So he never. You were his first match ever in WWE.
Ever. Google it.
So they went up and said, "Hey, Mara, this is Mark Calloway, the Undertaker. He's new here." That's crazy to think that actually there was a time in history that the Undertaker was the new guy, right? Think
Well,
about that.
I looked up at the board and it said Undertaker v Mancini. So I walked up to Chief. At this point, I could get away with murder with the Chief at this point. He used to love me. I say, hey, Chief. Yeah. Who's the Undertaker? That guy over there in black. I go, you should play for the NBA. I go, okay. I go, who's taking it? He started laughing. I'd always do that. Am I going over? So I walk up to Mark. I said, hey, how you doing? Mario Mancini. He goes, Mark, how are you? I said, we're working together. What's your finish? He goes, a tombstone. I go, I don't know what that is. He goes, I put you up on my shoulder and I give you a pile driver. He didn't like this. His face kind of went blank when I said this. I go, a reverse pile driver. I said, I took many of those from Don Morocco. He used to do that. I said, okay. Anything else? He goes, yeah, I'm going to walk the top rope. So he's 6'10". So I'm like, you're going to walk the top rope? I'm 5'11" and a half in my wrestling boots, inch wedge on my boots. I'm like, you're going to walk the top rope? He's like, yeah. He goes, listen, Mario, you got to keep your elbow locked. He goes, if your elbow collapses while I'm on the top rope, I'm going to fall off. I go, yeah, that's not going to happen. He goes, okay. I said, anything else? He goes, yeah, I'm going to clothesline you over the top rope backwards. I'm like, okay, which I never did in my life. So I had to think about how to do that. So I'm going to give you the secret and all your viewers the secret. Go on YouTube and watch that match again. Because I couldn't ask anybody. I was embarrassed. I was been there 6 years. I'm the man. I'm one of the main job. You need to go over big as um as Bruce Pritchard said on his podcast one time. He said, hey man, if I need somebody to go over big, I'll just call Mario Mancini. So I had too much pride. So I sat there and said, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I said, you know what? If the top rope is level with my low back, I'll go right over. I'll go right over. I won't have to jump or anything. I'll just go right over. So he chokes me, and the referee tells him to stop choking me. He turns to the left to intimidate the referee. While he's doing that, I go like this
Push the rope down. Got it.
at my waist. I even gave a quick glance to make sure I wasn't going to land on anything. No one picks it up until I do this. Then when I get done with this podcast, you go on YouTube immediately and go, son of a bitch. Push it down. He looks back. He clotheslines me. I go like butter over the top, backwards. Good pile driver. I didn't feel a thing, although the hundreds of people that looked at it that it would inbox me because I really don't. I answer everybody's questions. They're wrestling fans. Then even I'm friends of mine on Facebook. They'll just, hey, Mario. I'm like, yeah, how you doing? So he goes, it looks like you really hit your head. I'm like, actually, my head never touched it. It's because I had that big mop, I guess, of hair back then. Um, so the match was over, shook hands, I walked away. I never talked to him again. really. Hey, here and there. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Because we work together. Hey, Mario, how are you? That's it. That, everybody asked me, did you know? Yeah, I knew the guy was going to have a 30-year run. I knew that on November 19th. On November 19th, 1990, I knew the guy was going to have a 30-year run. No. So, yeah, November 19th, 1990. The Survivor Series was a couple of days after that where he made his live TV debut. And then they aired my match in December. So it was delayed. So I am technically, again, if you Google it, if you go into Google, go, who is the Undertaker's very first match in the WWF? And boom, it says Mario Mancini. So, and I do feel bad. I'm not going to lie. Mark does a lot of interviews, and he's like, Coco Beware took the first tombstone ever. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Paradise Valley Professional Wrestling.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's our 10th year. We're doing that, and we have a podcast, Hey Roma, that's really taken off. We're really balls out on that podcast. It's not just a professional wrestling podcast. We really dedicate it to the military and first responders, ambulance drivers, firefighters, police, military. My father was in World War II. Roma's father was in the Korean War. We have a great love for this country.
Any social media for yourself you want to give out?
Oh, and yeah, everybody's welcome if they want to friend me on Facebook. You just type in Mario Mancini. You'll see my shoot name there. I am the singing wrestler on TikTok. I don't sing that well, but I do have by now 100 videos of me singing on there. I am the singing wrestler on TikTok. I do have an Instagram, although I don't go on it much. I do have a Twitter. I go on that even less. But I'm a Facebook, TikTok guy for as long as we're gonna have TikTok. So I am the singing wrestler on there. And I'm 57 and single.
Slide into Mario's DMs, ladies.